Hello everyone, Mix is back on MixxSpoil. Today, I'm taking you back to the 1960s in the United States to understand a brutal yet powerful story based on the true history of an institution that was supposed to care for youth but became a living hell, the film Nickel Boys. I'm going to tell you the story in excruciating detail, every event, every emotion, and every crucial detail, so you'll understand the entire narrative as if you'd watched the movie with your own eyes. Have you ever believed in justice? Believed that every action has consequences and that good people receive good things in return? What if a young man, full of hope for a bright future, has his freedom unjustly taken away for a crime he didn't commit, and is sent to a place claiming to be a reform school, but in reality is a hellhole that crushes the lives and spirits of children? Nickel Boys will plunge us into the heartbreaking story of survival within an institution called Nickel, filled with abuse, corruption, and despair. All right. It's time to delve into the story of the film Nickel Boys, adapted from Colson Whitehead's Pulitzer Prize-winning novel, inspired by the true story of the Dozier School for boys in Florida. The protagonist of the story is Elwood Curtis. He's a bright young black man with grand dreams, deeply committed to the ideals of Martin Luther King Jr. in the 1960s, a period when racial discrimination and inequality were still major problems in the United States. Elwood is a promising student on the verge of entering college and firmly believes that education and goodness will lead him to a better life. But then, his life takes an unjust turn. Due to a small incident he became accidentally involved in, Elwood is wrongly convicted of a crime he didn't commit, and because he is a black boy in that era, he is sent to the Nickel Academy, which claims to be a reform school for troubled boys, but in truth, it's a place that hides profound evil under a beautiful name. When Elwood steps into the Nickel Academy, he discovers a world completely different from anything he had ever imagined. It's filled with brutal abuse, physical harm, violence, sexual assault, and severe human rights violations by the school staff. The children here are systematically oppressed, and no one dares to speak the truth for fear of even harsher punishment. Elwood meets Terrence Turner, or Turner, played by Aaron Pierre, another young black boy who has more experience at Nickel. Turner's philosophy is diametrically opposed to Elwood's. Turner believes in the harsh realities of survival and teaches Elwood to adapt to this merciless environment. He believes that fighting with ideals is useless, and the only way is to blend in, remain unnoticed, and just survive day by day. Despite their differing views, both Elwood and Turner must rely on each other for daily survival. They try to avoid being harmed and search for a way out of this hellhole. The film depicts various incidents of abuse the children endure, scenes that are truly heartbreaking and difficult to watch. At Nickel, there's a building called the White House, which serves as the ultimate punishment site for boys who misbehave or try to resist. There, children are brutally beaten and severely tortured. Elwood himself is sent there and confronts unforgettable horrors. Elwood attempts to expose the truth about the abuse at Nickel. He tries to gather evidence and find a way to communicate these stories to the outside world. But Turner tries to stop him, knowing well that such actions would lead to deadly danger. Meanwhile, Elwood remains steadfast in Martin Luther King's teaching that truth will lead to justice. Elwood's efforts lead to a critical confrontation with the school staff, placing him in grave danger. To protect Elwood and what he stands for, Turner makes a decision that goes against his former beliefs to give Elwood a chance to escape and reveal the truth. The story of Nickel Boys is told by weaving back and forth between the past that Elwood and Turner endure at Nickel and events in the present with an adult Elwood Curtis, who has become successful in life and is a human rights activist. He lives in New York and strives to expose the long-hidden truth about the Nickel School. At the end of the story, the adult Elwood gives interviews and publicizes the story of Nickel, making society aware of the evils that occurred there. He tries to find his old friend Turner, but doesn't succeed, left only to believe that Turner might have died during the events at Nickel. The most significant and heartbreaking turning point of this story is the true identity of the current Elwood Curtis, which is revealed at the end. He is not the real Elwood Curtis at all, but it is Turner. Turner survived the final act to save Elwood. He escaped from Nickel and lived his life as Elwood Curtis to carry on the ideals and mission of his friend, whom he believed had died at Nickel. As for the real Elwood Curtis, he died during the events at Nickel after Turner tried to help him escape, a truly sad and painful scene. Turner carries all the memories and pain and lives out the rest of his life as a voice for his friend and all the children who never received justice. This film is not just about an institution, it's about society and the human spirit. It asks us, what is true justice, and can hope still exist in a place devoid of it? It shows us that even if the body is imprisoned and abused, the spirit and hope can never be taken away. Just as the real Elwood continued to inspire Turner to carry on his ideals, this film teaches us not to give up in the face of injustice and trust that the truth will always be revealed, no matter how long it takes. The story of Nickel Boys has come to a conclusion. It's a painful yet powerful lesson. How much do you think revealing cruel past truths can bring healing and change to society? And have you ever found hope blossoming in an unexpected place? For today, MixxSpoil must say goodbye. I hope this incredibly detailed summary of the film Nickel Boys has given you a rich experience and a deep understanding of the story. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any future episodes. And if you love these inspiring, in-depth story analyses, hit like and share it with your friends. See you next episode. Goodbye.